went and you see people like no. You send it to me. Okay, I'll send it to you. Use a gas phone. Use my phone. Yes.
This video popped up on the internet. That is a video of Mr. Peter Obi and Osibanjo. Peter Obi is the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election. Osibanjo was the vice president, an APC man. He worked with President Muhammadu Buhari for 8 years, 2015 to 2023, and he also contested the primary under APC. We'll talk about that. Many people view Osibanjo as not a too good politician because of his performance as vice president under President Muhammadu Buhari, but I think that Osibanjo needs to be cut a slack because he was working under an incompetent president, and whatever he does will not be seen. Even if he did any good thing, it will be overshadowed by the bad leadership services that President Muhammadu Buhari dished to Nigerians. You need to also understand that the office of the vice president is almost an absolute office. It is not recognized. Whatever is being done in the vice president office is not being recognized. Let me bring your attention closer. Look at what is happening under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu just in 1 year in office. Everybody is mentioning his name. Everybody is linking all the bad policies that is being dished out to Nigerians to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nobody even care about Kashim Shettima. As a matter of fact, while you're watching this video, you did not even remember that someone like Kashim Shettima exists. Nobody is talking about the role he has done to put Nigeria where it is today. Why? Because the office of the vice president in Nigeria is a mere ceremonial office. That's the reason why I said Osibanjo should be cut some slack, because whatever he has done or whatever he did then will not be recognized. We remember when President Muhammadu Buhari traveled abroad and Osibanjo was given just a few stints in power as an acting president. He took some drastic measures that was reversed immediately President Muhammadu Buhari came in. And there were those of the opinion that he should have resigned when things were not really going on well. He did not speak when some things were not going on well. Of course, I agree with you on all of those things. But then again, look at it. If APC has presented Osibanjo as the presidential candidate, it would have been a very, very good game. It would have been a very, very interesting election. Osibanjo would have done better than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm saying this without mixing words. Osibanjo would have been a better president than Bola Ahmed Tinubu if Osibanjo had won that election. That was the reason. If you listen to Mr. Peter Obi during the campaign, he said something. He said, why didn't APC present Osibanjo if they wanted to present a credible candidate? There's so many things that is happening now that Osibanjo will not have done. First of all, Osibanjo will not have gotten himself involved in rigging the election. What happened in the last election was a political coup. Osibanjo will not have gotten himself involved in that political coup, because what went down was more of war chest. Money was pumped into. Osibanjo will not have gone to that level of bribing everybody just to become the president. He wouldn't have done that. That election would have been free, fair, and credible, and whoever won the election would have been the majority vote from the people. It would not have been because INEC and the judiciary collude to steal the vote of the people. Let me make you also understand that the 21 billion that was used to renovate the office of the vice president, Osibanjo rejected that renovation. He decided to stay in that house and said, no, I will not allow this renovation to go on. Kashim Shettima allowed it. That is to tell you that if Osibanjo was a president, he would have not allowed that 21 billion to be used to renovate the office of the vice president. Osibanjo would not have used 15 trillion naira to build a coastal highway. All this wasteful spending we are experiencing in our country today, Osibanjo would not have done that. I am telling you this not because I believe him to be a very good leader, but I believe that he would have been a better leader than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu is not even a leader. Tinubu is a politician. Now, seeing Osibanjo and Mr. Peter Obi together, it makes my heart sad, because Nigeria has these two men. I mean, men that would have done everything possible to fix this country, men that would have done everything possible to solve our economy, men that would have done everything possible to solve the insecurity in the land, men that will not be indoors and watch their people go hungry, men that will not have used a $264 million to buy a presidential jet, men that will not destroy destroy their country because of their personal selfish aggrandizement. But Nigeria has all these men, but they ended up with people that care less about them. They ended up with people that want to satisfy their cronies and friends ahead of satisfying Nigerians. They end up with people that want to capture every institution of state. They end up with people that are not ready for leadership. They end up with people that all they consign themselves is to enjoy their life while their nation burns. Pathetic because Nigeria is not bereft of good leaders. We have good leaders scattered everywhere in this country. We have good leaders that are willing to work to ensure that this country move forward. We have good leaders that are willing to put in the sacrifice to ensure that they fix the economy of this country, to fix the security, to give the people job, to take the out of school children and put them in school, to ensure that they create opportunity and enabling environment for people, businesses and jobs to to ensure that they attract foreign direct investment to this country, to ensure that they fix our forests. But no, these people will not be given a shot to power because the few criminally minded people have the war chest to buy their way to power. It is quite unfortunate and pathetic. And again, it's quite unfortunate and pathetic that we have a disjointed system of choosing our leaders. In this country now, you must choose the leaders based on the person's geopolitical zone, based on the person's religion. If, for instance, a Christian from the south is contesting to be the president in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he or she must go to the north and pick a Muslim from the north because we are religiously and ethnically diverse. So you must balance the equation. That means even if the person from the north is not competent enough, you have to choose them because you need to get vote from the people from the north. Of course, someone like President Bola Tinubu do not care. That's the reason why, as a Muslim, he went to the north to choose a Muslim, given disregard to the Christian community, and he is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Not because he won the election, but because he has the money, the war chest to buy his way to power. Why am I saying this? Imagine a P2B and Osibanjo combo. Imagine these two men as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. An intellectual like Osibanjo, someone that is a lawyer. Imagine someone like Peter Obi at the helm of affairs. These two men coming together. Two men coming together to work as one. Imagine the kind of progress this country is going to experience. I am not in any way saying that we don't have competent men in the north. Of course, Dati Baba Ahmed is competent, and if he had won the election as the vice president, he would have done a good job. Dati Baba Ahmed has shown that he is a real fearless leader. But what I'm saying is that we need to be allowed to vote for the best candidate, irrespective of the person's religion or tribe. Be it Muslim, be it Christian, the best people should be put forward to lead this country forward. And don't tell me that why didn't you all allow Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima to be elected as Muslim. Of course, that is not the best that the APC would have presented to us. Bola Tinubu is not the best. Kashim Shettima is not the best. Kashim Shettima, as a governor in Borno State, ensured that Boko Haram spread all over Borno State. Kashim Shettima was there when the Chibok girls were kidnapped. I mean, this man has shown that he's a tribal bigot. This man has shown that he does not even have the capacity to rule. He doesn't even have the capacity to be called a leader. This is someone that called a vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm talking of Osibanjo, an ice cream seller. I mean, Kashim Shettima is not worthy to be called a leader. Whenever we're talking about Bola Tinubu, he does not have the trait and antecedent to be called a leader. What Bola Tinubu concerned himself about is building people as foot soldiers that will carry out his political dynasty. He is not building Nigerians, he's building few people that will carry out his political dynasty. Look at what is happening all over Nigeria. Look at what is happening in his appointment. Bola Tinubu is busy appointing people he knows work for him. Recently, he just appointed the former governor of Katsina State as the chairman of the third form, the Educational Trust Fund. I mean, go to Katsina State and look at the education in Katsina State. It is a colossal failure. For years, the people in Katsina did not register for WAEC or NECO, but this is the person that Bola Tinubu gave as a chairman of the tertiary education fund. What will he do? Somebody that could not do anything as a governor in his state, and you're giving him such appointment to handle the education in this country. He's doing all those things because I remember this was the man that stood as a placeholder before Kashim Shettima was selected as a VP. So it is more about compensation to people that worked for him. rather than giving the appointment to the best people in this country. I mean, look at all his appointments, lopsided appointment. His appointment is based on compensation more than merit. Therefore, I'm happy to see these two gentlemen together. I am happy to see their link up, even though they went there for a function. I think and I hope that 2027 is really going to be a ball game. Peter Obi and Osibanjo should ensure that they discuss the way forward for this country. They should come together to work together to ensure that they rescue Nigeria from APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigeria needs urgent rescue mission. Every Nigerian should be looking towards making sure that they rescue this country from Bola Ahmed Tinubu and APC. If not, this country will go extinct. From the way this country is going, this is not the right way we are heading to. We are heading to doom, we are heading to destruction. What brings in development is factual data and real work, and from the data that is available to us, there is nothing that shows or pinpoint that this country is going to be better. What we have in front of us is showing that this country is heading to destruction, because the people at the helm of affairs, they are destroying this country. Therefore, we need our best brain and best mind to be put forward in 2027. Enough of all this tribalism and ethnicity that we keep talking about. Enough of it. We should ensure that the best mind are put forward, the best people that are willing to work. Someone like Atiku Abubakar should not even be thinking of contesting for 2027. And anybody that is supporting Atiku Abubakar, I think you need your brain to be rechecked, because Atiku Abubakar is going to do exactly the same thing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing. We need the best people to be put forward. And Peter Obi is the best man for this job. Peter Obi is the best man for this job. We should ensure that Peter Obi become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.